Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 783. Where's home? Oh, look at him all curled up. It's cold, and there's a moose running around out there. The shed cam caught it. Moose! Alright, so we gotta be careful when we go up. Alright, where's home? And I think that highlights, nothing better can highlight home for me than being here. Yes, it's Alaska. Yes, it's cold. Yes, it's harsh on my lungs. But I went out this morning, got to see the northern lights that were cranking. Got to see a moose on the shed cam. Foxes running around out there too. It's cold. It's serene. It's quiet. It's my home. All right. Is it the place? Well, the place has a lot to do with it, but that's in the sense of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, physiological needs. Does your house provide those for you? And keep in mind, I always shape my comments here in relation to being an author. How can it be any better than this? I mean, you can look out the window. Look out the window. What am I doing? All right, there we go. Can you see out the window? It's dark. All right. That was a failed experiment. Hey, let me show you the window. Oh my God, I'm showing you everything but the window. It's dark out there. We got willow. The moose eat the willow throughout the winter. Everything works. Where's the feeling? I'm comfortable here. I am comfortable. I like it. We have 4 different sources of heat as needed, including hoodies and sweatpants and mink blankets that smell like dog, because Stanley likes being curled up in mink blankets right in front of the pellet stove, as we saw yesterday. So you combine these. What works best for you? Not everybody gets to have all of those feelings where they can reach up. The physiological needs, you've got to eat, you've got to have shelter, you've got to have warmth, you've got to be protected from the elements. And then the next up is safety and security. If you are protected from the elements, but you're not protected from criminals running rampant and breaking into your house every other night, you're going to have a real hard time. You're not going to feel safe, and you need to feel safe and secure in your home, whether it's a place or a feeling. And then next is love and belonging. As an author, this is where you're getting that your partner's support, your family's support for what you're doing while you're there, safe in your home, and writing. Hey, good job on that story. I hope it sells. We want to get it out there. We want to push it in front of the right readers. And then write the next story. And is safe enough the best you can do? This is one of the hardest questions, because people ask, why can somebody be in an abusive relationship and stay? Why don't they just leave? See, that physiological need, as soon as you remove the physiological safety barrier and your safety and security, you understand and accept one thing, and then are you safe enough? That's part of the answer, and it makes it extremely difficult. If you have nowhere to go, you can't take that foundation, rip it out, and say, hey, I'm going to be safe and secure in a place that I don't know, where I don't have shelter. You have to understand that there's a lot more going on than just, hey, you're in an abusive relationship, you need to leave. I see people give that advice all the time. It might not be good advice, it might be good advice, but every individual is different when it comes to home, and it all comes down to, where are you most comfortable at home? Are you comfortable enough? This is why, as you go higher, self-actualization, self-realization, that's when you're at the top of your game. And you look at some of the peak performing authors, some of those always up at the top of the list, they've gone through this. They have good self-esteem. They don't have that. They may have imposter syndrome, but it's a mild case where they think, I don't really belong here, but I'm working hard and I'm doing the best I can. And if they can accept that about themselves, then they have enough self-esteem for the self-realization to be the best that they can be, and then that help them be better for other people. So as I say, lead from the front with 20 books of 50K, and with the conferences that I used to do. Lead from the front. I've got to be up where I'm comfortable with myself, I'm comfortable with my stories, I'm comfortable with my readership, and yes, trying to grow it, but I'm not falling off that peak anytime soon, because I understand I am home. And even if we move, well, we're going to move to a place that has these same characteristics of good home. It's a sound home with good protection from the elements. It's safe and secure. This is one thing I got to have as I get older and weaker. I'm not going to fight anybody. So safe and secure. And then love and belonging. I've got that as long as I'm here with my wife, with my dog, Stanley. Let me show you him again. How could you feel anything but great when he's sleeping behind you and snoring? All right. Got to find home is so important. Home is something that I think we should all aspire to get to as we get older. Where are we the most comfortable? Where can we be the most comfortable? And I think that's why you see some old people who are more productive than they've ever been in their entire life, especially as authors, because now, hey, I'm retired. I'm working for myself. I'm working at home. I'm in a place of my choosing surrounded by people of my choosing again. Doesn't get any better than that. So that's why old people, when they're writing stories, are retired. Life is pretty good, and they write great stories because the self-esteem, self-actualization, they've realized those, and they're getting the best from themselves because home. Peace, fellow humans.